Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give our praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone and Ruel. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, who is in his gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Yahushai, wherever they may be. Your brothers here at the GMS Kansas City camp, coming to you with another lesson, Sit-Down Friday night. Just the brothers and myself was just meditating on the spirit of the damnable heresies and the atrocities that's been going on among Israel, with false prophets and false leaders. And we basically just here to tell you that all you false leaders in Israel, you will be silenced for good. Okay, because the scriptures say that in the latter days, some should depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. And when you go into that word devil, it goes into the word deceiver, man. Yeah. And we have a lot of deceivers and unruly talkers among the circumcision that's spewing false doctrine and that's coming up with all types of wickedness to deceive the hopeful elect, which there's no such thing as deceiving the elect. But we understand that guys are set up for nefarious purposes, for wickedness, man. So with that being said, if you're not coming in the spirit and the pure doctrine of Yahweh Yahushai, you will be destroyed.
That's right.
Okay, there's no escaping, there's no undercutting, there's no trying to hide out or wait out. You're gonna get judged, man.
Yeah. Right.
Because the new flavor of the week is this doctrine with this whole lake of fire bullshit. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really watch the video of them guys doing it because I can't personally stomach 2 to 3 hours of fucking bullshit, man. You know, guys just like to see themselves on camera and talk because you got a lot of heart emojis on the comment board. I can't stomach that. But just the videos I've been seeing, brothers have been doing response videos about the lake of fire being in America once America is destroyed and us being delivered from the land of the north. That's totally biblical, man. Why would the Lord need to set 2 or 3 different judgments just to take out his judgment on his place when the scriptures say that the elect will be gathered from this side of the world, man? Predominantly.
That's right.
You know? So, brother got a precept. Go ahead and we'll lead with it.
Yeah, I got this. Is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?"
Right, it says the judgment should begin at the house of God first, man. And that's what we titled the Sit-Down. Judgment beginning in the house of Israel, because the Most High has a controversy with you leaders in Israel. Okay, because you had the apostles, they've been laboring damn near 40 plus years, teaching the word and breaking down the scriptures and going over various breakdowns to the point that you guys, it's no excuse that you can't get it. At this point, like the scriptures say, some teach you how to shine out of envy and strife. And this is what it really boils down to, man. Because the doctrine has been broken down. You can basically call it the 100% truth for dummies. You know how like you got a book called Putting Brakes On for Dummies, or a book for dummies. I mean, they dumb it down for you that even a dummy can understand it.
Yeah, the scriptures say that, make it plain up on tables.
Right.
So that he that one may read it, you know. That's what's been being done for the past 40, 50 years, man. You know? And for you guys to take breakdowns and then just remix them to do whatever you want to in your will, the Lord is going to destroy you for it, man, because we know why you're doing it. You know, you're doing it for the bombs in the chat. You know,
go ahead and hit that like button.
Hit the like button.
Hit that like button.
Like, you don't think the Lord sees you, man? You got to be out of your mind to know the truth and then just purposely twist it and pervert it for your own gain. You know, that's short-sighted. That's what Judas did, man. He made a short-sighted bet against the Lord, man. You know, when there's nothing you can do, you know, against the kingdom of heaven. You know.
Come on here, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead.
Verse 1 Peter 4 and 18, it says, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to him in well doing as unto a faithful creator."
Yeah, because this thing is set up for us to do the right thing, man. Like, we've been shown the right way. So, hey, the Lord said it. He said, look, the straight gate, coming through the straight gate, because any other way is the same as a thief and a robber. So if you're coming some other way because you want to get likes or clout or fame, then you're not in the true spirit of Yahweh and Yahushai, because at this point, it's just nothing but contention. It's like, because we don't agree with them or because we don't like them, therefore we're going to twist the doctrine so we can one up the apostles, man. And my personal, like I've always say, I said I can't lose. I would hate to lose salvation because I'm mad at a man. Like most guys, they scoff and they scorn and come up against us because they're mad at the apostles, man. But are you willing to throw your salvation away because you mad at men, bro? Shows you that you were never rooted in the first place.
Yeah. You never understood.
Yeah. Con. Precept. You got a precept? I do. Go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy 4:1. It says, "Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils."
Yeah, seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, because there's a seducing spirit in Israel now, man.
Yeah.
Okay, we've seen doctrine from Ezekiel 38 that Russia is going to be the new superpower, which they're all Edomites, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, we've heard the new covenant doctrine, but yet niggas are sick and dying, you know what I'm saying, in the new covenant.
Right.
Okay, we've heard, what else? And give me some other false doctrines.
Oh shit, we still got fucking 10 to 20 more years in Babylon.
Yeah.
They
1,000
said 30.
years.
Yeah,
And they said 30. I
now
was
it's
going to say 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, all of these things, this is seductive. You know, that's what you're doing. When you tell somebody to hit the like button, you're seducing them. It's marketing, man. It's bullshit. You think John the Baptist gave a damn somebody hit the like button, man? You know, he's out there preaching in the wilderness,
Right.
man. That's the spirit that you should be in. That's what we strive for, man.
Okay.
You know, all of these things that they're coming up with, they're there to get women, you know, monogamy. You know, why do you think they're preaching that? You know, there's plenty of preachers that tell you how that goes, you know, but they preach that because they're seducing wicked individuals. They're running a business that has nothing to do with the truth, you know, and those are the doctors of devils who are as the scriptures say, that word there is deceiver. Okay,
So on that.
that's it. That's all.
You got a precept, bro?
I got one.
You got one, Toss?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Titus. This is Titus chapter 1 and 10. It says, "For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision."
Right. You know, we had mentioned that Sinners movie. You know, them niggas was slick talking Jake to come to the fucking juke joint, even though the devil was there. Well, hey, 2025, you got the same thing in these Israelite camps, man.
Yeah.
These camps will smooth talk your way into the house of the devil, man.
Yeah.
You think you worshiping the Most High when you really worshiping a man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, didn't the scripture say that woe be the man that put his trust in man and make flesh his arm? If you paraphrase it, was that Jeremiah 17 and what 5?
Sure.
Yeah, man, because you know, like I said, like a lot of guys are not rooted in this thing, so therefore they're easily swayed by every wind of doctrine. Because of the simple fact, you know, it's about gimmicks, you know, having multiple women, having your way with the congregation, and the fact that you have rap, you have certain attributes. Like if you pay attention to these guys' videos, and that show you that the scriptures go into how a fruit will be known, a tree will be known by its fruit, because you got three factions. You got Sakari, you got Genesis, and then you got the house of molded bread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the first 20 minutes is them selling content.
Yeah.
Right,
man.
right.
You know,
Promos.
Yeah.
Promo code Deacon Sakari.
Why are you selling merchandise to the congregation, bro?
Yeah.
I thought Yahweh Shai said that we not to make my father's house a house of fucking merchandise.
Right.
Why are you selling Hebrew Israelite content to other brothers, man?
Right.
Just to make yourself rich. That's for filthy lucre.
Hey, we about to
Don't you niggas read the scriptures, bro?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 11, it says, whose mouths must be stopped.
Must be stopped, man.
That's right.
You gotta be stopped, man.
Kind.
Like, bro, I'm to the point where I'm tired of suffering niggas, man.
Yeah, kind.
I'm tired of niggas, bro. Hey, black fatigue. Hey, I got that shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of niggas, man.
That's
Niggas
right.
are a fucking problem in Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially they in the circumcision, man.
Yeah.
Because like you brought out, bro, like there's like, you know, we got the elect of the 1/3, which is the 144,000, and you ultimately have the elect of the 2/3, man. Like the elder was saying, because you got a lot of niggas that fall out of the truth and they become twice the child of Satan.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, you just a fucking bigger demon in the world because you have the truth, but now you've been polluted by the world, man, and you just a bigger demon.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause dudes that leave GMS graduate and really got heavy spirits, they graduate to be ultra demons. Like a nigga in IUIC, if you fall to IUIC, nigga, you just going back to church. You just be at church celebrating Christmas. But if you in GMS and you got a heavy demon on you and you bug out and fall out, you become a bigger demon, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get your own count, then that demon attract other demons, bro.
Set your ass up.
Yeah, but that show you how the men that come out of the Great Millstone are built up, because even then when they get kicked out, they still are built up enough to go teach.
Yeah, so see the spirit on them.
Yeah, but the Lord take the spirit from them and put a demon on them, man, because you're not worthy of my doctrine, bro. Like, you're not worthy, nigga.
Like you lead the volume up to 100, but it's playing a different music now.
The
volume don't turn down. It's just a different song.
Dude in Mississippi was on the level, but hey, he has spirits on him. Now you see where he's at, man.
He thought he was on the level.
You deceive yourself, man. That's why this thing is about humility, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Lord will get your ass if you get too proud.
Right.
You know, we were just talking about the account in King Josiah, man. He lived a righteous life most of his life. One step, he got too proud. The Lord got his ass, man.
Yeah.
That's a reminder, man. You don't take this thing for granted.
Yeah.
You know, and basically all of these guys that are selling, you know, whatever they're selling online that ain't got nothing to do with the truth. You guys are taking this for granted, man. You know, that's gonna be a horrific judgment, man. You literally got to be out of your mind to know this, and then still do the opposite. You know.
We'll find out precept when it says he would get some having itching ears.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you got more on that, brother?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it off. Titus 1:11, it says, "Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake."
Right. America's not the lake of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, subverting whole houses, man, because now you got people believing that. Like when you read the comment board, oh man, good breakdown. That was deep. I see how something was to it. It's not that complicated, man. It's really not that complicated, man. Like you gotta understand allegorical context of the Bible, man. You gotta understand that things are speaking in symbology, past tense, present tense, third person. The Bible is a script, man, all right? And you have different perspectives from what's written. When John saw us being beamed up in the ships, when it say that I saw them standing on a sea of glass, having a harps of the Most High, looking down on the continent of America, is symbolic of a lake because the whole land was engulfed in flames, man. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that complicated, brother.
Yep.
You guys just make it complicated because you just want something to argue about, because ultimately you need to keep up controversy to keep men in your congregation to keep that money going.
Yeah.
That's all it is, man.
Yep.
Why wouldn't it be the lake of fire?
Yeah.
I mean, which other country is more wicked than this place?
Right.
Yeah.
Like when you look at it like that, what you gonna say? What, France?
Yeah.
No, man, America is the worst of all fucking nations.
Yeah.
Right.
Like this is the pinnacle of all the gender bender changes and shit.
Yeah.
You know, a child molestation.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, sacrifices that go on here. All these different religions and beliefs go on here from all over the world.
Right.
This has got to be a place of the Lord's judgment.
Damn.
Because we were speaking about that earlier. The judgment of a whore is to be burned.
It's in the law.
And we know that America is also referred to as the great whore. This place is the whore, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when we looking down off the chariots, we going to see this place being burned. Why is it the whore? Because spiritually, this place, like the brother said, you got all these religions, these ideologies, these backgrounds, and all these ethnicities all mingle into Babylon the Great, man.
Yeah.
The land of confusion.
Right. That's a good point. You took the word out of my mouth. Confusion.
Right.
It's the most confusing places, man.
Babal.
How many different languages are fucking here?
Yeah.
How many different beliefs are here? All these different ethnicities here. This is the most concentrated place of different ethnicities and beliefs and religions than anywhere else on the planet, man.
Kind.
Even bestiality, that shit is a thing here.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
That isn't well practiced in other places.
Yep.
Right.
Half the shit that go down here, you can't do that in Saudi Arabia. And you know what? A lot of the wickedness being you Israelite camps, man.
Yeah.
Just because you niggas got this clean outward image don't mean shit is all sweet behind closed doors, man.
Yeah. Yep.
By you pushing that shit that this isn't a place of lake of fire, you downplaying the wickedness of this place
Yeah.
to where it begins
that
to
bad, yeah.
subconsciously justify what's going on here.
Right.
But it's still confusing because they never said America wasn't going to get burned up.
Yeah, no, they
You
never
know, so
said.
what the hell is it going to be then? If America's going to get hit with nukes, then how is it not going to be a lake of fire?
And that's the thing, because they still teach you, but see, this is how niggas operate, bro. they leaving doors open so they can go back and retwist that shit too.
Right.
Because eventually, oh, that ain't America. America ain't gonna be destroyed. Right. It's just another way of showing contention, just having a contentious spirit. That's all it is, man.
Yep.
Them dudes, like I've heard that breakdown on Wild God, fucking Edomite. That's why I said in the video earlier this week. I'm like, they got that shit off of commentary or some shit, bro.
Yeah.
The Edomite shit, bro. What they do, they listen to different commentators and different scholars, and they'll take it and they will remix it and they'll put their own spin to it, and they'll package it up and feed it to them dumb niggas in their congregation, and they'll go back and say, oh, good job.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Once they get about 5 precepts that kind of look like they link up, they'll make a whole new doctrine.
Yeah.
You know, but they don't realize you just gave yourself a bunch of rope to hang yourself, man.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it don't say that, man. When you get Revelation 15, brothers can get it later. When you look that word up, the word lake, there's a word in the Greek for lake and there's a word in the Greek for river. Okay? It's not a fucking river. All right?
And lake is just allegorical because the whole land is engulfed in flames. A lake is a
Yeah.
lake is a body of water that don't flow. Even though the water moves and marinates in a lake, there's no current in a lake. You have waves and shit, but a wave is not a current technically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A river has currents. You have undercurrents, you have mid currents, you have top currents. A lake is it's not stagnant, but it's like a pool. The water moves, it shifts, but there's nothing. It just America's gonna be engulfed in flames. There ain't gonna be no current, man.
Yeah. It just
You know?
moves with the wind on top.
That's
Wind
it.
moves on the top, yeah.
Well, when you look at an aerial footage from like when they did the shit on Japan and Nagasaki and shit, when you see the spread of the impact of destruction, it literally looks like a lake of fire.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Even from the impact from it spreading out, it moves like a lake is being built.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, the prophets described the best what they could, what they saw these visions of the future. Just like when they described the nukes. They're called them arrows shooting from one end of the earth to the next.
Yep.
And when you look up the description of a nuclear bomb, the pieces is labeled the same. You have the nuclear warhead or the arrowhead, you have the shaft, and you have the fins to stabilize it in flight.
It's just an arrow. That's all it is. It's
Yeah.
just an arrow, like a bullet, a projectile. It's nothing but an arrow.
Right. And then, you know what, after that out, when you read that second Measures 16, it say they shall go from one end to the earth to another.
Yeah.
Going from Russia to Israel, that ain't fucking one end to the earth to another, man. They got to cross hemispheres.
Yeah.
You fucking idiots, man. How hard is it to stick with the original breakdown, man?
Right,
It's
right.
clear.
Right.
Yeah.
But everybody on these comment board, I was looking at the comments. Oh, powerful video, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, you cleared up so much confusion in my mind. Nigga, you been confused, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Still,
You know what made it even more confusing? Those guys, that nigga Hakai said he went down and shared the breakdown to all of the members of Genesis
Right.
to make sure it wasn't no holes in it and shit, man. That just show you niggas are going down this theological scholarly bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, you doing peer reviewed papers and shit. You're not locked into the spirit.
Yeah.
bro.
Good vocab shit.
The crazy part about it is like you going down the pipeline, but who in your congregation is really biblically like sound for real? Like none of y'all don't really even know the scriptures, bro.
Yeah, 'cause they don't do videos.
Man, like
You
if
know?
your men want a level, they be doing sit downs, but they can't because it's all about you.
Yep.
Quick precept, real quick. I want to interject. This is the book of Sirach 5, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at verses 9. It says, "Winnow not with every wind, and go not out into every way." It says, "For so doth the sinner that have a double tongue." It says, "But be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same." Bro. So that's it, man. All right.
Yep.
The Lord said, "Meddle not with them that's given to change."
Yep.
So if you change your doctrine constantly, now I get it, you have revision, you may have to compare it and say, well, oh shit, we went off on a breakdown. But even then, when you're changing breakdowns, that's off as hell. You either correcting a breakdown or you're building on top of what you already know. Like you may know a particular breakdown, but the Lord may give you more insight on the breakdown and you add into it. It's called edification, or rightly dividing or skillfully adding to the scriptures, man. You don't just take something and totally twist it and repackage it and say, oh, well, the Lord gave it to me. The Lord didn't give you shit, man.
Yeah. And that's why, and I got a quick precept.
Yeah, you got it.
Proverbs 14 and 15, it says, "The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going." Because, you know, brothers was mentioned, you had a lot of niggas on the comment board like, oh, wow, like they had a revelation, man. You know, here we are at the very end of this thing. The Lord is not just now starting to wake up his elect, man.
Right.
The elders and apostles been out there waking the elect up with the correct breakdowns. sound doctrine to gather the sheep.
Hey, but even before that, man, because the apostles were coming up in a time before the internet was around, before you can just get on BibleHub.com
We had to go and get
and
it
look
in the
at
book.
commentary, right?
Yeah.
They did the hard work, man.
Right.
Going to the library, pulling actual books and studying. That's what you call getting it out the mud, man. You niggas get on BibleHub.com and bam, there go a new doctrine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started edit some shit, one of them commentaries,
Yeah,
Y'all learn about the Dewey Decimal System.
let's get on Wikipedia, brother.
Remember the Dewey Decimal System? You go to the library, you
But when you go into the epilogue of Sirach, it tells you straightforward that due diligence is very laborious to go into the word and translate it and to understand what the breakdowns are, man. It's a laborious task, man, and you guys don't even have the fortitude equipped. Half of us probably don't because we're so fucked up by the technology to actually sit down and study. You know how much dedication and spirit got to be on you to do that, man.
Yep.
attention span and everything. You can kind of see it over the years. We used to do longer camps, everything, because now it's just more quick and rapid now.
Yeah, that's why, like, when I'm reading, I don't read from the phone, bro. I go into the book. Like, when I'm actually reading, I have to open a book. I can't do it from the phone, bro. It don't hit the same, getting immersed in it. Even doing the audio shit, it don't hit the same because it's like you being lazy. You don't have to really listen to it. You can hear it, but you're not absorbing it, bro.
Yeah.
Scripture say give attention to reading this shit, bro. So you have to be on point with that.
Study to show thyself approved.
Writing things too help. So many things in your mind just the act of writing it, even if you know it already.
That's how you learn, that's how you learn the Hebrew. You write it down, and when you write it down, you can remember it, man. Because our minds are completely shot here. Like, I can't even tell you the video I did 2 days ago. I don't know shit. My mind is through.
Yep.
Wesley got a preset? Got more?
No, I got one.
You got one, y'all was up? Yeah, bring that out. You go, then you got one.
Okay.
Nah, you bring yours out, Todd.
Oh, well, this is, I wanted to pull this for first. This is Jeremiah 15:15. It says, O Lord, thou knowest, remember me and visit me and revenge me of my persecutors. Take me not away in thy long suffering. Know that for thy sake I have suffered rebuke. Thy words were found, and I did eat them, and thy word was unto me the joy and rejoicing of my heart. For I am called by thy name, O Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, God of my hosts. And when Jeremiah say, revenge me of my persecutors, he talking about niggas, man. He talking about niggas in Israel.
Yeah.
And we always say that in the time of our persecution, we wouldn't put it past some of you Israelite camps to start pointing sincere brothers out. Oh well, yeah, them brothers they be down there. Oh, I seen them brothers be around here. Yeah, you know, cause these niggas already have cop agent fed like behavior, man.
Yeah, they already in that spirit, man.
Yeah.
How long they been slandering over Deuteronomy 22, man?
Yeah.
They don't have nothing. So what do you think is gonna happen when Esau really puts the pressure on them?
Right.
They gonna point right that direction.
Anytime something go wrong with one of these other Israelite groups, well, GMS teach rape, brother.
Yeah.
Well, if y'all think we wrong, look what GMS teach.
Yeah, it'd be some old bullshit.
Which one of you niggas is ass bro, when the dude got caught for pegging, somehow it was our fault.
Yeah. Well, GMS.
Bro, we didn't add it to your sick, distorted fetish, bro. You've had that since whenever, bro.
You gotta understand something. I was in a camp that allowed
that. Like, so now, because you blaming us because you got a booty demon on you, nigga.
No.
You tripping, bro.
You ain't get that from us. But it say Jeremiah 15:17.
We teach you not to go in the ass, nigga. What you talking about?
Don't do that, brother. Jeremiah 15:17. I sat not in the assembly of the mockers, nor rejoice. I sat alone because of thy hand, for thou hast filled me with indignation. Right? See, and the Lord got GMS set apart, man. We ain't doing unity camps, man. We ain't sitting down at the table with all you other groups. So same way Jeremiah said, I sat not in the assembly of the mockers, nor rejoice. I sat alone because of thy hand. Right? We dwell amongst ourselves, man. It say, for thou hast filled me with indignation. Why is my pain perpetual and my wound incurable, which refuseth to be healed? Wilt thou be altogether unto me as a liar and as waters that fail? This is the point. verse 19, Jeremiah 15 and 19. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, if thou return, then I will bring thee again, and thou shalt stand before me. And if thou take forth the precious from the vial, which is having separation, if thou take forth the precious from the vial, thou shalt be as my mouth. Let them return unto thee, but return not thou unto them. I will make thee unto this people a fenced brazen wall, and they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee. For I am with thee to save thee and to deliver thee, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. So, looking at that in the spirit, man, GMS, we always been undefeated, man. You know, you all can come up with all the slanders and all the fucking gossip and conspiracies, what you can, but the Spirit of the Lord has always proven that he's with these men.
That's right. That's these guys, that's them with the untempered mortar. You know, you said you got things set up, but it ain't built on nothing, man. You know, wait, the times that we're coming in, if you don't have 100% truth, your shit is gonna fall, man.
Facts.
And that failure is gonna be catastrophic for you niggas, man. And this is why the Lord got us separated from you.
This is why the Lord said that he's going to try the man's works with fire, bro.
Yep.
Your works going to be put to the test, man.
Yep.
See what you're about, including your doctrine, man. Doctrine, this Lord said that the word of the Lord has been purified 7 times, man.
That's right.
So therefore, if you're not coming up on the you're not coming up on the proper standard, then your doctrine is going to falter. Because it's shaky. Like the Lord gave the example, those that build a house on sand, man, versus those that build a rock on stone. You know what I'm saying? We build our rock or our foundation on a rock, on stone, man. Even though the winds beat up against it, they couldn't overthrow it, man, because we stood firm. We didn't change, man. We stood through all the adversity of grape and all this other shit. You know, they still throw that out. Y'all like 12-year-old girls, all that bullshit, bro. We took that shit to the chin because you could get jacked up from somebody taking it the wrong way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the Bloods and Crips were sick on the brothers, all types of stuff, man. You got people that still throwing that negative badge about us out there. Oh, y'all do.
Right. And you see the way Amalek is behaving with just how sensitive he is. Wait until you get a bunch of niggas that can just point, you know, and say certain things. They'll just make some shit up. They'll just make it up. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you disagree, or you're this, you're that. They put labels on you, man. You know, and Jeremiah had to go through that, man. He called them vile, man. His own people.
Threw him in a pit. Threw him in a mire pit, bro.
Right. Like, you put hands on the man of the Lord, man, you gotta be out of your mind, man. That is that's a demonic spirit that's on you. And there's really just one remedy for it.
Death.
That's right.
You got precept up? You got one, Uriah?
I got one from earlier, but go ahead.
This is book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 14. It says, a man shall be satisfied with the good by the fruit of his mouth, and the recompense of a man's hands shall be rendered unto him. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. You know, so these fools, you know, you can't tell them that they're wrong. No matter what, they always right. You know, they're always, and then even when they are wrong, like the brother said, they'll leave an open door to go back and try to retwist the doctrine and say, well, it really meant this.
We never said that.
We never said that. We really meant this. You know?
You see it happening with IUIC, man, with the RFID chip doctor, with the Park of the Beach. Now they gonna come and say, well, we didn't never say it wasn't a chip, but y'all never said it was.
Right.
Yeah.
You scoffed us and say,
and we may not have the evidence on camera, but you niggas said it. You niggas said it, man. There's no way behind the camera, all of that shit. You said it, man.
he did say it. He come and said it. He said those idiots, he called us conspiracy nuts. He said that basically our leadership is Alex Jones, bro. He said that. He said, man, one of them know. I think Cesariak said it. Yeah. Cesariak said it. He said, like, we get our breakdowns from Alex Jones.
Right. He said Alex Jones is the high priest.
Alex Jones is the high priest of GMS, man.
That was kind of funny, but you know.
Hey, but Alex Jones got more fucking truth than you
does.
You fucking
The
nigga.
devil know.
Alex Jones came on the scene and
MOTB.
start bringing all that out after the apostles was bringing out this information. Alex Jones got it from GMS. Man.
Yeah, and you know what? If you didn't say it, the Lord will put the spirit on you tomorrow to say it, man. Just so He can destroy your ass.
Yeah.
Because your spirit ain't in you. In you is not right, man. You know, we can clearly see this, man. You know, you're openly lying, bro. Y'all don't have any kind of shame from 2020, which I was telling people.
To take
You know?
the jump shot. Oh,
It's just like, come on, bro. You still buying this bullshit, man?
I read that again.
This is Proverbs 12 and 15. It says, "The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise."
Start up. You read one verse.
This is verse 14. "A man shall be satisfied with the good by the fruit of his mouth,
Yep.
and the recompense of a man's hands shall be rendered unto him."
And we are products of the fruit of the apostles and elders' mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? All these camps raised up with the name GMS that's teaching the right doctrine. That's an example of the fruit. Read that again.
"A man shall be satisfied with the good by the fruit of his mouth, and the recompense of a man's hands shall be rendered unto him."
Recompense of a man's hands. And that's what we were speaking of earlier about how the apostles and elders put the hard work in to put the doctrine together. They proved it through the books, through the studying. You niggas just remixing some shit. Ain't did no studying, no background. Well, I don't want the lake of fire to be America.
Right.
When really, hey, in my spirit, I think it's 501c3. I think that's part of the clause of the 501c3 is that you cannot directly prophesy against America. Because Nate said it, we can't prophesy against the white man.
Yeah.
Johanna, we don't hate white people. God hates white people.
Yeah, that's what
And
it
now
is.
these Genesis niggas, America, it ain't the lake of fire.
well, Elder Malcolm always said he called them 501c3 camps.
Yep.
He called them 501c3. Elder Malcolm always say that, man. All these camps that got gimmicks and uniformity, they have what they call we just mentioned it earlier. They got what do you call it? When you uniform the fuck, brothers, help me out, man. It's on the tip of my tongue. When they uniform, they got we just mentioned it earlier,
Like
brother.
the alignments.
No, man, they got something. PR firms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, PR firms, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they got backing, they got funding behind what they do. So that means that somewhere in between, somebody came and say, well, look, you can't say this, you can't say that. Because with a 501c3 tax exemption, depending on what you speak on, you can get your tax exemption revoked. And then that means you'll be subjected or liable to what you're putting out. But if you want to keep that funding for your PR firm and your uniformity and the congregation and the gimmicks, then you got to be on point with what Esau wants you to do.
Right.
So somewhere down the line, some Amalek, probably wearing all black or some shit, is coming to you niggas through the back door.
Right.
We ain't got to have proof of it. The spirit is the proof, man.
Yeah.
Right.
All right? We
You
know
got
because,
handlers.
yeah, you got handlers behind you, man. Because why is every video monetized, man?
Yeah.
Like when I was watching Wendy Williams' show, matter of fact, about 2 months ago when he brought out the Pagan Boy, every fucking 5 minutes there was a goddamn ad, man.
Advertisement.
It was
Really?
I got so goddamn mad. I almost paid $20 for the fucking premium shit, man. And I hate that, man.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, man,
Damn.
I couldn't even.
Yeah, ads in
really
that video.
was like that.
Because I got premium.
Yeah,
already.
it was
It was
ads,
ads, bro. Like it's ads
Ads.
every
Selling
5
fucking
minutes.
toothpaste
Yeah.
in the middle of a breakdown video. Come on, man.
Yeah. And that's
The scriptures say, what does it say? What does it say? Sell the truth, buy it, not sell it. Freely give, freely receive.
Buy the truth. and
Buy the
sell it.
truth and sell it not.
Yeah.
God.
That's right, man.
And buying ain't talking about with money, man.
Yeah.
It's talking about investing your time and your effort and your spirit in it, bro.
Yeah.
It's a spirit that you got to be compelled with the Lord in order to really get this thing.
That's right.
Because each and every last one of us in here, man, we ain't speaking out of our own record. There's some in us that's making us say what we say.
That's right.
The Spirit, the Holy Spirit, my nigga.
That's right.
Fuck y'all talking about.
Right.
Which they don't have it, man.
Somebody give me you should know them by their fruits, man.
Okay.
What you got, brother? You got something, bro?
Yeah,
You got more on that?
Timothy.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
one
you
more.
go ahead, finish it.
I'm gonna go up. It's a lot of reading here.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is Proverbs 12. I'll start at verse 11. It says, "He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread, but he that followeth vain persons is void of understanding. The wicked desire the net of evil men, but the root of the righteous yieldeth fruit."
Wait, go up a verse again and read that again, bro.
God.
There is some meat on it.
It says verse
That's an Angus beef, bro. Grass-fed beef.
Yeah. It says, verse 11, "He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread, but he that followeth vain persons is void of understanding.
Void of understanding, because like going back into the point, every brother in Great Millstone, or should be, each have their own tree, their own YouTube, they got their own followers. You got certain spirits that gravitate to that brother because they may, whatever. But each and every last brother in Great Millstone, for the most part, is producing fruits and works. Like I guarantee you, each and every last one of you brothers in this room have your own followers, man, that probably come up under you and listen strictly to you, man.
Yeah.
That's gathering the souls, man. That's the reward that you brothers are gonna get. And just imagine how many souls we're gathering just off each individual page, versus a guy that's teaching gimmicks and we got a 1 week class and everybody tunes in to it and nobody else is going on a piggyback, man.
Make sure y'all like that video.
Yeah. The spirit is not stagnant, man. If this brother do a lesson and it resonate, I may do a piggyback to it. It's called it's edification. We're building, man.
Building.
That's how the spirit work.
Yes, sir.
You dudes ain't doing that, man.
Yep.
Y'all putting y'all faith in one nigga.
Yeah.
Right.
Like one nigga that's gonna lead you. The scriptures say the blind leaders of the blind, they will fucking fall in the ditch, man. And I'm gonna tell you straightforward. Most of you Israelites and other groups, most of you are gonna be destroyed, man.
That's right.
A lot of you are not men of the Lord, man, and you fucking playing games, man. And the Lord gonna reveal each and every last one of you niggas that ain't right.
God.
Yeah.
That's right. I noticed half the videos Apostle the Heart do is show a video of another brother
It's
somewhere.
piggybacking, bro. That's what we do. It's a body, bro. The body works together in unison, man.
Yeah.
You may do the same lesson 3-4 times a week. You know why? Because that's what the spirit want, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
Hell, I tell a brother, I say you can do a video on the mark of the beast every day of the week and it'll be edifying, man.
Yeah.
Because it's relevant. It's prophecy, man.
Yeah.
The scriptures say, Revelation 19:10, the spirit of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of what?
prophecy.
Prophecy.
There you go.
Right.
That's right.
Especially now.
It says, but he that followeth vain persons is void of understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So it means you don't have no understanding because these are vain men that you're listening to.
Yeah, man. This dude opened up the fucking video playing with a sword, man.
Yeah.
When have you ever seen the apostle? Because, hey, when we get on the camera, it's serious business.
Right.
Yeah.
Before this, we may be laughing, joking, having a good joke. But when the camera got on, we ain't playing around, man.
Yeah, that's right.
This dude over here playing with a sword and shit. You a vain person, man.
Should have chopped his own fucking ear off. That shit was
Hassan,
funny.
Hassan went on the video and he was shocked. He didn't even know you was doing that, man. Like if brothers about to do a lesson, we on the same accord.
Because the Lord exposing his folly, man.
The scriptures say, make not thyself an underling to a fucking fool, man.
Yeah. A lot of that folly, is going to come out more so with that guy because, he's not being overshadowed by Alizar now.
Yeah.
He's going to get worse and worse.
I'm the star now.
It ain't just going to stop at fitted caps and Excalibur swords. This nigga's going to, I noticed he got the soundboard too. As soon as he started Genesis, he started playing that soundboard bullshit. I like, okay, this nigga here, he
Like a radio show.
You can tell this nigga got a bag of something somewhere. Like, all right, you got your camp now. To go, and then you give a nigga, a little kid something. He don't know how to act, man.
Yeah.
That's what that nigga is, man.
Got that bag.
Man, glory.
Fuck
Got
that
more
nigga.
out of it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It says, the wicked desireth the net of evil men, but the root of the righteous yieldeth fruit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips, but the just shall come out of trouble.
Yep. And what do we get fruit? Where's our fruit from? All over the world, man. We have to hop on a flight. We have to go to Kenya.
Yeah, this dude gonna talk about we gotta reach every Israelite. Get the
12 tribes worldwide.
Bro, wait a minute, man. We go to every nigga in the world. You know how hard that would be? It's hard to get one nigga to listen, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, that's not what the Lord said. Hey, the Lord said, roughly paraphrasing, he said you would not pass over all the cities of Israel, man.
Mm-hmm.
So the internet done every single Negro, Latino, and Native American and every Israelite foreigner on the planet Earth and tell them they're Israelites, bro. We got a brother from Norway. We got a brother from, that watch us. Some brother on there right now from upstate New York somewhere, man, just tuned in, man.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to go to that brother personally. He tuned in by the notifications and the spirit led him to where we are.
Brother Nathaniel.
Yeah.
That's right.
Netherlands, bro.
Yeah.
Come over here.
Yeah, brothers in Africa. But look at y'all YouTube analytics if y'all get a chance, bro. You'd be surprised, bro. I looked at mine a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, people from South Africa and shit was tuning in. I have some chick, she subscribed to me. I ain't gonna speak on it, but like, you know, just out of nowhere. You just like you just locked in the spirit, you know. I go on my lunch break, I'm just locked in. I'm like, oh, this nigga here, you saw up to it again. You go to the spirit, and then you just do the work, like the elder said, man. But like you said, people, who's gotta see or hear this, they gonna hear it, man. Yeah, you know, when you look into people are watching you, man, all over the world, man. Go look into it. Y'all probably be surprised. I surprisingly got they tell you the male-female ratio on there too. I surprisingly got more women that listen than I thought. I thought it was gonna be like 5 or 10%. I already know. I it was a full week I was going in on bitches. Full week. I ain't let up.
We had whole week.
Yeah. But like the brother said, like when the Lord wants the elect to hear what they gotta hear, they gon' hear it, man. You ain't gotta pull out a fucking sword.
Yeah, that's
my
why.
sheep hear my voice. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's why Isaiah 55:11 it says, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth; it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I send it." Meaning we don't have to have a fucking megaphone, right? We don't gotta make a trip to let every brother go take a flight to fucking Africa to talk to our. No, man, we don't gotta do that. All we gotta do is get behind the camera, you know, put these lessons out, these videos out, and the Most High he's gonna do the rest, man. I think like the elders always say, YouTube does the heavy lifting.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. That's the reason why these things come out, man. It's no different from YouTube as a tool for the elect to get sealed. Nukes are a tool for the wicked to be destroyed. Everything that's been developed, this is all a story of the Most High's right now, man.
Yeah.
You got to play your part and make sure you are in good standing with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Because it's gonna happen no matter what. You can't try to do your own thing. Or I'm gonna make a promo.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna do an opening video. This gonna get something. Like, no, man.
Yeah.
You can't pull nobody in if the Lord ain't gonna pull in already.
I'm about
man.
to expose my camp leader.
Yeah,
Like
right.
that nigga
Yeah.
Wendy Williams.
But
3
the
hour
Spirit put
video.
that on
Right.
you to do that, man. You know.
Well, this is a quick one. This is Acts 5:38. It says, "And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or work be of men, it will come to naught."
That's right, man.
So they're gonna fall. You know, just like the leader Sakari fell eventually. They all fucking fall, man.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to remix anything. It's been decades of countless hours and hours and hours of research and studying being put into this diligently and sincerely on the breakdowns that the apostles give us, man. And the apostles before them that gave them. So you're just trying to make yourself look like you're overly wise, but by coming out with some type of new knowledge to have simples gravitate towards you.
Yeah.
The Lord ain't dealing with that shit.
God, find it, the word of the Lord is purified 7 times. I got a quick one real quick. Back up what you were saying now. This is the book of Deuteronomy 32:1. It says, "Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth." Okay, and these are the words of the Heavenly Father. He's putting the Spirit in us to do it. It is my doctrine should drop as the rain, and my speech should distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of Yahweh, describe ye greatness and our power. When you're publishing something, even back in the day, YouTube had a button that says if you want to publish, means to upload a video. That means that you're publishing it, man. So it's getting out there. So that's what we have to do. We just sit in front of the camera, teach the word, and the Lord is going to do the heavy lifting. He's going to disperse the doctrine to who needs to get it, whether it be scoffers or people that actually are sealed from the doctrine of the elect. It's going to happen the way it needs to happen, man.
Yeah.
We don't have to add into it. It's all like my man Frank Lucas said. He said, well, you got to take something perfect and mess it up. He said, you could call it blue dog shit, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. It's going to be perfect the way it is.
Right. Don't fuck with the brand.
Yeah. How Shem Yahweh Shai is perfect within itself. You don't need to convolute that. You don't need to say, oh, Yeshua or Jesus Christ or Most High and Christ blessed. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is perfect the way it is, man.
That's right.
That's right.
That's it.
And he don't want everybody to get it.
Yeah.
Y'all want more people to come into the congregation. The Lord don't want everybody. He don't want all them niggas in your congregation.
Yeah.
You know? Y'all want to get paid. That's the root cause of this.
It's the money in it.
Yeah. That you know the Lord gonna sift everybody out anyway. Why are you trying to just get everybody you can into preaching this bullshit, man?
It's for filthy lucre's sake. That's another brought out good points. Like, there's key things you got to get that 501c3. And your brother brought it out beautifully. You know, that's basically just the evidence right there. Because for all these other camps specifically, not to want to speak on the MOTB, you know, not to speak against the white man. Those are literally rules in the 501c3. So you can't have this if you speak on these things. For them not to do it, that's plain as day right there, man.
Yeah. And you people that listen to them and subscribe to them, we went over it several times, man. Scripture say the simple believeth every word.
Yeah.
And it say the deceived and the deceiver are his, man.
Yeah.
So a lot of you people, man, you need to do a lot of deep soul searching. but really the Lord ain't dealing with you, man, because it ain't no way in hell you niggas are going for this shit, man. Or unless the fact that the Lord just not dealing with you.
Yeah.
That was hard. I think that nigga went to the Platinum Plus subscription plan because he got more than just a tax break. You know.
Yeah, he got the. Yeah.
He went to Amalek and was like, I want the full thing. I want to get
Say,
paid.
I want to down the keys in the air.
Yeah, and they cost him something.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I want to see if they're gonna do a breakdown on this nigga Larry Hoover getting exonerated by Trump. And you know what? I'm gonna say something on that, man. You Jakes are stupid.
Yeah.
You think that's not a flex because they released a known game bang. You know how many people died in the name of this nigga Larry Hoover, man?
Yeah.
He's the founding father of the Gangster Disciple in Chicago. It was called the GD, the BGD, of Black Gangster Disciples, and they broke off.
Yeah.
And Larry Hoover's a fucking Mason anyway.
Right.
All them niggas that was set up, the gang leaders, Jeff Fort, David Barksdale, Fluky Stokes, what's this guy name? What's the nigga that was over the Mickey Go, the MCs? You had Jeff Fort, all them dudes were juiced in, man.
Yeah. And watch this nigga Trump
Nigga
too,
son,
man.
nigga.
Because Trump might be letting this nigga out to set y'all up. He might be setting up another stumbling block, you know, to have another leader out there that could do some wickedness so he could roll on you niggas in Chicago, man. This nigga Trump came out and said, well, I might pardon Diddy, you know, we'll see.
You say we gotta look at the facts.
You gotta look at the facts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this nigga Trump, he about to roll on you niggas, man.
Yeah, that's worse than the nigga was giving y'all free fucking coupons to McDonald's when you took the fucking job, man. He's giving you your fucking hero. That shit is a spit in your face. You release Larry Hoover. What's the other nigga name? NBA Young?
NBA Young.
Yeah, these niggas y'all release. Now Trump, now he's a hero. The poison is through, man.
Yep.
Too late.
Yeah, but go ahead and bring out the last precepts, man. We'll wrap it up.
I had one more. Acts 5.
Go ahead.
It says, but if it be of Yahweh, you cannot overthrow it. Lest happily you be found even to fight against Yahweh. So if it's of the Lord, you can't overthrow it, man. So those that still remain standing and still teach the same sincere, true doctrine, you know that's got to be it. If it's not tainted, it's not twisted, it's not remixed. You don't see a big old hundreds of thousands falling away. Top leaders getting, you know, Pegazard. Woo!
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Because, like you said earlier, bro, when you brought out in Acts 5, if this counsel be of men, it shall come to naught. But if it's of the Lord, you can't do nothing against it. So the doctrine of breakdown is that the lake of the fire is America, man. And it's a good chance that a lot of you niggas that's teaching these false doctrines, leading a lot of these sheep astray, your ass gonna be getting burned up right in this lake, man.
Yeah. It's for y'all.
Yeah. A lot of you niggas are not gonna make it out of here, man.
That's right. This is
You got it up.
This is Matthew, from earlier. Matthew 7:16. It says, "Ye shall know them." I'm gonna start at 15.
Yeah, start up.
It says, "Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves." You know, you see, that's what these niggas are. They're ravening wolves. They're saying, "Shalom, sister. You know, we love you. We love all our Hebrew Israelite brothers."
Yeah.
But what's at the core of that, man? Money. You know, running your pockets. How did you get a G-Wagon?
And the fucking women are so stupid. They fuck with the niggas because of the clout.
Yeah.
Because he looks like he's powerful.
Right.
That's how you know this is wicked. When you got a lot of women that want to deal. I mean, I'm not saying that you wicked because women want to deal with you. But when you got women, because women, they're not spiritual, bro.
Right.
Women go off the outward appearance and what you got.
Right.
The fact that you got more women in your congregation than any goddamn thing. That'll show you that you ain't right, man.
Yeah, and women are simple and stupid. All of the credit card debt, all of the consumer spending, it's all women. So this is a money play, man. When you start catering to women, that's exactly what that is, man.
Right.
Women are gonna bankroll any you pander to women, you gonna be a millionaire, bro.
But that
in any business.
That's what they do.
That's where the intention is the pandering, because the women itself is low level. You know the bitch gonna follow whatever look good.
Yeah.
These niggas is intentionally altering their image and their approach to cater to that.
Yeah.
GMS ain't never did that, man.
No.
GMS has never, ever since I've been watching them cater to a fucking woman.
That's right, Con.
I rewatched that video not too long ago. The apostles back in the day,
Ross's
Apostle
King.
Ram Live, they was on 34th Street back
Ross's
in the day.
King,
He was like, you a slut.
Ross's
Yeah,
King.
you're a
That
slut.
shit went viral, bro. That went viral, bro. That shit went viral.
That was a vibration.
Exactly, that's the spirit of the Lord right there. We don't
Right.
give a fuck about hoes, man. You know what? We still get hoes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
We get more.
Hey.
Yeah, bro.
It ain't about that, but still, you ain't gotta do all this shit.
You know me, I don't spare bitches' feelings. I don't give a
Nope.
fuck. I don't give a fuck.
You niggas in this Trey
So all you
Usher
women,
Ravens.
all
Yeah.
you fucking women
Trey
can
Songz.
unsubscribe from my page. I don't give a fuck.
Yep, that's
Straight
right,
up.
man.
'Cause none of you ain't right any motherfucking way.
So IUIC, they're ravening wolves because they'll tell you what's your wife, what's her name.
Yeah, bring your wife.
You know?
Block.
Lord
Yeah,
gonna
For
see
6
you, man.
months, man, and you get the
But even just like them IUIC niggas telling you can only have one wife. You know, that's why scripture's saying in Revelation 14 that in the mouths of the elect is found no guile, man. The 144,000 in their mouths is found no guile, no deceit. Because we're not about to pollute or dilute the doctrine for none of you people.
and they're hypocrites because you know damn well they're popping other women in that thing. You think them
Of course
niggas
they
ain't
are.
got other women, bro? If they so hard gung ho on the law and they preach the law, you don't think the women they whip bring them other women?
Right.
Get the hell out of here. It's a lot of whispering in that Congress. That's a wicked organization right there.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
And you got homosexuals in there.
Ooh, yep.
Trust me, I know for a fact.
Half of y'all cops, man, straight up cops, like on the
I
force
know
cops.
for a fact you got homosexuals in your congregation. And I ain't gonna tell you how the fuck I know.
Man. Sugar boys and cops.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alex.
Matthew 7:15 again, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? So basically, you read the spirit of individuals, man. You could just tell a guy ain't right by what he talks about all the time. Like the scripture says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Yeah,
What
like
is this
a-
nigga talking about?
Like if I got a bucket of grouper fish or lawful fish, and why the hell would I go and pick up a bucket of fucking crabs, man? That's gonna bite the shit out of me. Why would I do that when I can get the clean thing, man?
Fish yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And it says, skip to 18, it says, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
Right. So even though you may have a good tree, and sometimes the good fruit may go rotten, it falls off, but the tree sprouts a better fruit. So just like Yahushua said, you dormant, he'll take your talents and give it to another man. So a lot of men that was among us that fell out, even though they come of that good tree, they were rotten, and the Lord replaced them with the better fruit. You know what I'm saying? So that goes into that parable there. The good tree.
That's right. It says, every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire.
The lake.
That's right. It's not a river,
The
man.
lake, brother.
You know?
We living in it.
It says, wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them.
It's obvious at this point, brothers. Hey, that's why the Lord gives us a heavy discernment. I mean, you can look at these dudes and know they ain't right.
Right.
Most guys that follow these Israelites, they're blindly following them. Pay attention when they do their live streams. Look at the content. I mean, who's taking the precepts, and you may have guys that put precepts here and there, but most of them guys are looking to be entertained.
Right.
When people go on Nate's page, they're looking for Nate to entertain and big him up. They're not going there to get spiritually fed. They're going there to basically dick ride Nate, man, because that's their God.
You know, when Yahushua said that he prayed that, you know, you all should go bring forth fruit and the fruit should remain.
Yeah.
You know, Apostle Hart, he always makes this point on how IUIC is a revolving door, man. You seeing different faces every 6 months. Every 6 months on these various IUIC camps or any other Israelite. It ain't just IUIC. A lot of you other jakes got this problem. They getting new men getting replaced.
Yeah.
What's beautiful about Great Millstone is that, you can meet elders from a different camp and they've been there since 07.
Man.
Right,
And they'll tell you how they found the truth. Oh yeah, we was watching, and they still there.
Yeah.
So that shows that y'all ain't that good fruit, man.
Yeah.
That's cold though, because you still see some of the same faces around.
From 07, bruh.
Bro, like I could go to every camp in Great Millstone outside of the news and see brothers that's been there at least 10 years.
Yep.
Bro.
Yeah.
I could say
class right
Elder fucking Salakia, Elder Barak, Elder Watazak, bro, Elder what's my band name? Tazadak, Mike Allah, all the men has been there. Chicago, Elder Uriah, Elder Yakia, Elder Malcolm, Mighty Murph, Benji, Mataz, bro, Kanasla, Capo, fucking Capo. Bro,
Still there.
Still there, man.
Still pushing.
Yeah, Boston camp, you got Elder Idama, you got and the head elder, you got Adama, and then you got Wasp, man.
Yep.
That brother, man. Hey, Buffalo.
Yep.
Man, please, man. Even among our camp, these are some of the same faces, man. This brother's been around for some time. This brother's been around. You know what I'm saying? This brother's coming around. Myself, I've been around for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and we're still out here kicking it, man. St. Louis, they Quad, just Sharp. They still out there, man.
Yeah.
These are men we grew up with.
It's a testimony to the apostles, man.
Yeah.
The apostles put that work, so that pure doctrine, when Jake believed that, and you understand, that comes from the Lord, man.
Yeah.
And brothers who been in, they ain't in no, we ain't trying to remix the doctrine. We know it's real.
Yeah.
Hey, one quick example. This brother right here, hey, before he linked up with us, he was listening to the apostles, man, and giving double honors. And man, he came out and he linked up with us. We tried the spirit for a couple of years, and bam, he crossed over. But he was a fruit of Great Millstone, man.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And that shows you this is not just things you see on camera. Because guys that don't have that spirit on them, they eventually get up the street. Something happen, they get shaky or they move out, man. Because we don't have a person. We're not personalities, okay?
No.
The brother got a particular spirit on him. That's that brother's spirit. You know, and I can attest to that from every brother that I've met. You know, off camera, outside of the camp. Because there's a certain spirit that's got to be on you to endure that, man.
Yeah.
All of this bullshit, man. You still laboring in this thing, bro, man, you got a righteous spirit on you, man.
Yeah.
You know, pray the Lord have you keep that. And I believe the men of the Great Millstone have that, man.
So,
You know.
It's a,
But
so like I was just gonna say, because it really boils down to like being able to take accountability. You know, because Christians say it was your mind to go astray from the Lord. So being returned, seek Him 10 times more.
Yeah.
Well, when you return, you get rebuked, man, because you realize a lot of the shit you was doing, you was going off. That's where a lot of niggas fall out and can't endure, is after they get rebuked. You know, they become bitter. You know, X, Y, and Z. So they can't grow in the truth, man. That's why a lot of these other camps, they fruit don't even stay with them, man.
right.
Yeah.
Or it becomes leaven. You know, they kind of joined, but they still didn't like how they was talked to.
Yeah.
Let that
It
shit
does
fester.
me because they
You know what I'm
internal.
saying?
They
They
took it personal, man.
Yeah.
They take it personal, bro, because they, got daddy issues, man. They take it personal. You can't take the rebuke personal. Yeah, rebuke hurts. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have high expectations. Yeah, rebuke hurts. It fucks with you, but overall, you gotta look at it like, look, ain't nobody finna put hands on you, bro. Just do better. You know, if you know in your spirit you're not trying to be fucked up and you're trying to do the right thing, then nobody's gonna come up and call you a demon. Motherfuckers like, look, get on your shit, be better, do what you gotta do, and increase yourself.
Yeah.
But because you're sincere, but if you a demon, you're gonna get caught out, nigga. You're a fucking demon, man.
Right.
And you know what I noticed too? Every time brothers have to eventually do the sit down on the brother, it was never one instance where brother flew off the handle. It was like multiple things. Jay-Z was going off. Like, damn. They had a lot of mercy with your ass, man. I'm not even that riled up over brother. I'm listening. I'm like,
Even on the lessons, even on those sit downs like that, Jake still be holding back. He'll never like fully expose, you know what I'm saying?
right. Because it's about rebuking, just correcting, getting back on the point.
Because we could go in, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
Jake could really put your ass out there.
You can go in, bro.
Right.
But it's not about making a person look bad. It's about the point. Like, you got guys that make a habit to make you look bad. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna call his job and say he's in a cult type shit. Like they're trying to destroy you because basically they have a problem with. It's really Yahweh Shai they have a problem with, but they eternalize this shit, man. When you stop eternalizing everything and taking everything personal and just deal with what it is, then a lot of you'll kind of coast through this thing righteously, man.
That's right.
You know, but I'll get y'all last precepts, man. You got more.
This is Psalms.
Nah, he got
Got something?
Okay, I got one as well.
This is Psalms chapter 12, verse 6. It says, "The words of the Lord Yahweh are pure words, and silver tried in a furnace of the earth, purified 7 times."
7 times, man. That's how you know it's pure as gold, man. You know, the Lord put the fire to it and it becomes a perfect peace, man. That's what the truth is. The word of the Lord has been revised, tried, and we looked at it diligently, searched it, and it adds up, man.
Yeah.
And there's no way around it. Like the mark of the beast, there's no other breakdown but what we speak it. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
You can't twist it. You can't twist the lake of fire. You can't twist the 12 tribes, man. You got people trying to fit shit and where it don't belong. Well, y'all said the 12 tribes were Mexican, but we got black Mexicans, brother. The light skinned ones ain't Mexicans, man. They're Americans. Nigga, what?
He's a simple ass nigga.
Dude, like that DNA don't even work that way, bro. Like you could be as black as fucking Sugar Avery, nigga, and have a baby by 2 Moabite chicks down the line. Your seed will look like Moab, bro. Come on, man. Use common sense, man.
Yep.
Stop being simple.
And and the ultimate purification is just when the prophecy comes to pass.
That's it.
That's
If
we can
nothing
say
else, prophecy.
Right. We could say we diligent and we studied it 3, 4, 5, 6 times, but the real purification is when it actually comes to pass. Then y'all should know a prophet was among you.
That's Isaiah 42. The Lord said, "I speak of things before I declare them to you, before they come to pass."
Right.
The prophecy is what makes the Bible withstand the test of time. And no matter what nobody say, at the end of the day, when a motherfucker come with that bullshit, you say, "Well, what about the prophecies?"
Right. That's right.
But when the Bible came true, what do you mean? Your black ass is here.
Yeah.
Fuck you, get over here, nigga. It's in the
Right.
Bible.
Right.
Your ass here is an example.
Right.
Nigga. Y'all got it,
Go
bro.
ahead.
Isaiah 6 and 9, it says,
Hey, before he read this, man, we gotta understand that the Lord don't want everybody. We already said this before, but before he read this precept, we gotta make that be known, man.
Right.
Every Jake that buy that large T-shirt fringe ain't of the elect, man. Just cause,
correct. The Lord don't want most of y'all.
yeah,
That's just facts.
yeah.
That's scary. You look at every Israelite,
Hey.
won't count 3. 2 of them niggas not gonna make it.
Every 2 niggas, every 2 out of 3 niggas in the truth gonna be destroyed, bro.
right. Every nigga that ordered that T-shirt fringe garment off Amazon,
Yeah.
you ain't. That don't make you the elect, bro.
Right.
Etsy.
Yeah,
I saw that shit on Etsy.
5-pack, 3-pack, brother.
God damn.
Go ahead, Ox. Like
Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 9, it says, "And he said, Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not." Verse 10, it says, "Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed."
so that means that the Lord specifically sets up niggas not to fully get it, man. The Lord will intentionally keep your ass ignorant to kill your ass, man.
That's right.
You don't get that? That's why we always say having this knowledge of truth and understanding is such a blessing.
Yeah.
Because the Lord will specifically target niggas not to get it. Just so he can kill them. Read that again.
Read it again. Verse 10, it says, "Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy."
So he said, I don't even want these niggas to know nothing. Make the heart of this people fat.
Yep.
Keep going.
"And shut their eyes,
Right.
lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed."
Right.
See, but you know what that proves? That this thing is common sense.
Yeah.
Because if the Lord doesn't actively block you, you would get it.
You
It's
would
not
get
that
it.
hard. If you were Israelite, it wouldn't be that hard. It says, "Lest they hear with their ears and see." Because if you just heard it and saw it,
Yeah.
the
They're like,
scripture
"Damn,
said,
that's it."
if I came to the heathen would have understood it.
Yeah.
But Jake, you are that when it says the heart is fat, that goes into pride, man. That means your mind is in it of itself. It's self-sustaining. You think you are the end all be all. You can make up breakdowns, do this and do that.
That's why the Lord said he would choose their delusions, man.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
God.
go to their delusions. That's a scary thing. When you go off like that, that means the Most High, and it's scary because you can't control it. You can't help it. If the Most High put a demon on you to go off, you're gonna go off. I was meditating on that all week. I was like, damn. I'm like, what if, like, type shit. You know, not like what if wavering, but like, you get the moments in the spirit, like, you just be like, fuck, man. Sometimes you just feel empty and dry. Like, man, I hope the Lord's still dealing with me, man.
God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to count points. Like the what if demon, he probably got more bodies than any other demon in the race.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
is busy.
Yeah, that nigga,
You know?
yeah.
You got to constantly rebuke that.
Yeah, all the time, man. But you know, you get to the point, man. Sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough. Sometimes you feel lackadaisical. Sometimes you feel like you ain't immersed in the waters. But that be the time that the Lord be near you the most, because you still doing, you still believe. So at the end of the day, those are deceptive tactics the enemy use. But your willingness to keep going is the spirit in you. That's the faith right there, man. Because what's compelling you to keep going even through all the doubts that come in you? Because we all have doubts. We're men, we in his flesh. Hey, we all have doubts, man. Even Yahweh Shai got nervous before he got crucified, man.
That's right.
So we're not above that correction, man.
That's why the angels, they actually look up to us because they understand that we're righteous spirits, but we got to do it through the flesh. You know, it's like an extra weight thing.
We're bearing our crucifixion. Yahweh Shai did it, and he became perfect, and he did it in the flesh.
Yep.
We are bearing our cross in the flesh, man. The Lord said that, hey, if you don't bear your cross, or you don't hate mother, brother, father, sister, and brother, then you cannot be my disciple, man.
Yep.
We are going through our crucifixion that Yahweh Shai. It's a different form, but we're going through our spiritual battle like Yahweh Shai did, man.
Yeah, he
It's
said
the same thing.
Say the Lord is made perfect through
Through
suffering.
sufferings.
That's right, man. And you know what? Satan came to him and offered him a little relief.
Satan tried to give him the bag, bro. So like, I got you.
I got you.
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
And Satan had to be like, I got you, bro. What you want?
Yeah, you know you
So
like
I got
that.
whatever. Hey, Satan tried to take Yahweh Shai to a Diddy, like Diddy party.
Yeah.
I got you what you want.
He said, I got the approval from Yahweh. I can give you this.
He said,
You want
fuck Casamigos.
You
I
can
got
have
that
this
real,
right now,
I
brother.
got that real El Pollo Loco on deck, nigga.
it. A lot of you niggas, you already failed that test. A lot of you Israelites, you all literally already
yeah.
failed that test.
Got
Yeah,
him.
you put a couple of dollar signs behind him, nigga. You go ahead.
You know?
Got him.
You got more on that?
That was it on that.
Bring yours out. What
Okay.
about that?
This is Proverbs chapter 27, verse 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful.
Damn.
Yep.
You know?
Hey, Yahweh Shai said, he said Judas betrayed him with a kiss, man. That's the spirit, bro. That's before that happened. But Judas, what did he do? He betrayed the Lord with a kiss, man.
God.
Hey, you gotta try your friends, man, because you just never know who's not.
That's why you always gotta be leery of nigga that's always got nothing but positive shit to say. No, sometimes it's gotta be criticisms.
Good
It's gotta
vibes
be-
only.
It's gotta, good vibes only, nigga, man. That ain't how nothing works, man. Everybody had to be corrected. Peter had to get corrected. You know, the apostles that they had to get corrected. You know, if anybody telling you, you gotta put the scopeo on them, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Ain't nobody correct you. Leave the Lord gonna correct your ass, man.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord gonna be on your heels, like, hey,
Yep.
be on point.
That's how you get a woman. You know, you basically just lie to her. You tell her everything she want to hear all the way to the end. That's a manipulation tactic, man.
Like, I love you, baby.
You know?
You wanna close it out up?
God.
Go ahead, brother.
All right, so with that, Lord's will, this lesson is edifying. We're going to close out, give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honors to our apostles, double honors to our elders, a great millstone, Tasha's truth and will, and salutations to your hopeful lectors, his truth, not sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom. Kwame Asherallah.
Kwame Asherallah. Ball.